Hey folks, welcome aboard Top Gun Options, the industry-leading financial training program for options traders and investors who want to take their portfolios to the next level. My name is Matthew Buckley. As you guys know, you can call me Wiz going forward. And the mission objective of this video is to, first of all, say welcome aboard and to familiarize you with our member site. So let me get started. Above the top here, and folks, make sure if you don't see log out up here, it means you're not logged in. I'd say 99% of the problems some new members have with the site is they're not logged in. If you're not logged in, you won't see all the content that you're supposed to be seeing. So right here underneath where it says blog, this is where our daily videos are posted. I call them the sit rep. Monday, we do what's called a Monday Market Outlook, MMO. Tuesday through Thursday, we do the sit rep or financial situation report. And then Friday, we do what I call the FMWU, the Friday Market Wrap Up. Everybody should be subscribed to that. And you want to subscribe to it. You don't want to come to the blog daily to see when I post it. Sometimes I post it before market open, sometimes during the trading day, sometimes even after the close, just depending on what's going on. This gets automatically pushed to you whenever I post it. So you don't have to come to the page. If you're not getting this, do me a favor and head to go.topgunoptions.com/sitrep. It's pretty easy to remember. And what you can do, go.topgunoptions.com/sitrep is just put your name and your email in here, and you'll get it pushed to you whenever it's published, so you don't have to come and check out the blog page every day. Underneath the services tab, this is more for non-members who are just taking a look at our website. Shameless plug right here. If you'd like an autographed copy of my book, I strongly recommend you get a copy, folks, because it really gives you an idea of who I am, my background, and also, kind of how what I believe in trading. It's more a business book, how I went from essentially C-level to C-level, but it does apply in many aspects to what we do here trading. It's only $35, again, shameless plug, but I will autograph it and throw it in the mail if you grab a copy there. All right, underneath member content, this is where all the important stuff is. Obviously, you're watching this getting started video, so you obviously came to this page. But this is very important here. Sometimes people, when they sign up for our services, use a different cell phone number or something like that if you aren't receiving our text alerts. So on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, I send out text alerts for new trades, closing trades, adjustments, whatever the case may be. If you're not getting those, please make sure you go to the tab that says SMS Update. So underneath Member Content, SMS form to update your cell phone number, okay? Going across here, this is a very, very important resource for you as a TGO member. It's called the Ready Room. The Ready Room is that place in a fighter squadron where you hang out before a flight, after you debrief. I learned, I got to be honest with you, more about flying and fighting the F-18 in the Ready Room than I did from any book or simulator or flight, to be honest with you. Just sitting in the Ready Room and listening or interacting and sharing stuff. So as you can see in here, there's some great topics. VXX double verticals, Jan 19s, when to take profit, thoughts on the XRT trade, JP Morgan. Get in here, folks, and interact. It's a very interactive forum, and this is where we gather in between our live trade briefs to share intelligence. This is, seems like that's important. It's all important, folks, so make sure you click on full throttle here. If you joined us through the full throttle industry-leading program, every other month or every other 2 months, it just depends on when we have room. As many of you know, it's some of you weren't able to get a full throttle slot when you initially wanted to because we only take a certain limited number, because I personally, as an instructor, can't take a zoo in the live trade briefs. We can't have hundreds and hundreds of people in there asking questions, from what's an option to, what's a straddle. So we keep it limited. So every other month or 2 months, I do a fresh new series of these 8 videos. But right now, you should get in here and watch every one of these videos from session 1 all the way up to session, session number 8, Iron Condor. So I go from the basics of options and where I gather my financial intelligence all the way up to some of our other tactics that we trade, Iron Condors, double verticals, and vertical spreads. These we usually charge $495 for. To non-members, if you are a Full Throttle member in good standing, you always get access to the new training session. So we've had people who joined TGO literally 8 years ago who are still members, and every time we do a Full Throttle new onboarding, 8 sessions, they join. They get the access to those. And it's interesting. We have had people for 8 years, and they say, Wiz, every time I watch one of your training sessions, I learn something new. And a lot of people say they watch these sessions over and over again until they get that tactic down cold. And if they don't, guess what they do? They get in the ready room and interact with their fellow traders or me to see what's up. Real quick plug about if you want a higher level of access to me outside of the briefs, so you'll get to ask questions of me during the trading sessions and the training sessions. But if you want one-on-one individual coaching, it is available. Our highest level of coaching is called Commanding Officers Club. Currently, as I'm shooting this video, it's $15,000 a year, but it's going to be going up in price to $17,500 in 2019. This has gone up $2,500 a year every year since we started it, just because of my bandwidth, and actually, to be honest with you, the quality of the coaching that you're getting, especially in these volatile markets. We do a formal one-year training plan tailored to you. We go through our first hour together is a training plan that says, hey, a year from now, this is where I want to be. Come hell or high water, we're going to do it. We're going to do a monthly debrief to make sure we're on track with your training plan. We will meet a minimum of once per week. Usually I do my coaching calls on Fridays, but I can work around your schedule. I even have folks that I do them over the weekends because they work all week. And we do them in GoToTraining so we can talk back and forth. We can screen share. I can take a look at your screen and what you're doing, and we can discuss how your portfolio is performing. Everything's recorded. All those sessions are recorded, and they're sent back to you. Okay, and obviously, with the highest level of coaching, you have direct access to me, folks. You can email me, you can text me, you can call my cell as needed throughout the week. One level underneath that is Commodore's Club. It's $49.95. I meant to put on here that it is going up to $79.95 in 2019. So there's a price increase as well for Commodore's Club. The same formal training plan. We'll debrief monthly, just like above. But we meet every 2 weeks, again, usually on Fridays, in GoToTraining. It's recorded and sent back to you. You do not get access to me via cell and email. So if you have any of those burning trading questions or anything like that, you don't have direct access, but you can jump in the ready room and ask your fellow members, or I'll jump in there when I get the chance to maybe answer your question. So obviously the higher level coaching is what most people do, but it's interesting. So most people start with Commodore's Club, and after a couple weeks of doing this, they're like, no, I'd rather do this one. So if you're interested, and obviously I do individual coaching at $600 an hour, and I'll give you a discount if you do 3 hours or more. So the rate's on there. If you're interested in this, just shoot me an email, wiz@topgunoptions.com, and I'll answer all your questions there. Everything else underneath here, folks, obviously, since I run the place, I have every service that we have listed on here. If you're not a member of everything, you're not going to see everything that's on this menu. It should be common sense there, okay? Let me give you a quick look at our regular training schedule throughout the week. Now, this is subject to change, folks. As many of you know, I'm a motivational speaker. I give keynotes around the United States, literally around the globe. Past couple of years, I've been in Argentina, Brazil, France, Great Britain, China even. So I do change our schedule sometimes throughout the week. Obviously, if I have a schedule conflict, I try not to move our stuff, but sometimes speeches come up that take priority for that week. So every Monday at 1 p.m., we usually do our weekly options live trade brief. This is a half an hour. This is 30 minutes, quick tactical trade for the week. We could get out of it that day or maybe on Tuesday or hold it till Friday. Very tactical trading. I strongly recommend, even if you're not ready for weekly options, you at least subscribe or become a member of this service, because it's the first brief of the week and it kind of sets the tone, or I kind of give you my mindset for the week. So even if you're not ready, maybe take a look at it. On Tuesdays at 1 p.m., we do the primary live trade brief. This is an hour and a half, usually 15 to 20 minute strategic and operational brief, and then we get tactical and take a look at our trades. We usually hedge in this portfolio the front months. We trade the front months and maybe 1 or 2 longer dated trades. On Wednesday at 1 p.m., we do accelerated retirement. This is an hour, and this is the only service that doesn't get text alerts. So, oops, sorry about that. So, weekly options, text alerts, primary live trade brief, text alerts, AR, not text alerts, mainly because the trades aren't super time sensitive, right? The accelerated retirement portfolio is a little longer dated, looking at leaps and trades a couple years out. We do trade the front months somewhat in AR, but it is a little bit more conservative portfolio. And then we end the week on Thursdays at 1 p.m. with a session called Analyze Your Trade and also Debrief. We kind of debrief how all the other portfolios did throughout the week, any open trades or any questions you have. So this is kind of a catch-all brief there. Let me talk about accessing the briefs here. First of all, you will get an email. Right? You will get an email that says, hey, we are starting our live trade brief in about an hour. Here's the link to join us. So you will get an email. Do me a favor, folks. You have got to whitelist Top Gun Options and say that we're safe. Most of the support issues we have when people say, I'm not getting any of your emails and this and that, and you guys, you're at fault, they're sitting in your spam folder, folks. We can see on our end if an email has been delivered, if it's been open, not open, all that stuff. So we can tell, folks. So do me a favor, check your spam before you contact support for anything. You will get a link about an hour before the brief, an hour to 2 hours before the brief to log in. If you don't get it for some reason, let's say it's weekly options, go to the weekly options member area. Let me click on this, and you can see that these are all the current positions, closed positions. This is last week's brief. This is the week before. Everything's in here. These are called posts, right? So click on one of the posts and look at the top of the page. Weekly option sessions, Monday at 1 p.m., register for your member session here. So there's two ways to enter a brief. Okay, it drives me a little crazy sometimes to see all the support issues of I didn't get a link to log in. It's most likely in your spam. All right, well, it was, but I still need it. Well, go to a member post, click on this, and you can also enter the briefs this way. So you have two ways to get in the room, folks, and it kind of clogs up support. So every one of, let me go to the primary live trade briefs, PLTBs, primary live trade briefs. Let me click on the most recent post, and it's going to be in a little billboard right at the top. PLTB sessions on Tuesday at 1. Click here to enter. Does that make sense? Okay, so it's all there, man. If you can't find the link to get into a brief, you didn't watch this getting started video. Okay, so the flow of the briefs. I usually send out a text alert if I'm opening a new position in the brief, and then I take a screenshot of the trade as well. And then when the brief is done, it takes, about 20, 30 minutes for the video, the replay of the brief to render. So if you scroll all the way down to a post, that's where I will post the replay. Now, 85% of our members work, and they can't attend the briefs live. They watch the replays. So sometimes you'll see me say PLTB replay will be posted after it's rendered. So sometimes I post all the trades. Here you go. There's a screenshot of all the trades from the brief. Remember, I sent out a text. Here's the screenshots, and then maybe come back in 20 minutes, and this replay will be posted. Okay? Remember, folks, support is by email only. Please do not call the phone number for support because actually the support will be worse. When you send an email, if you need any help, send an email to support@topgunoptions.com. Why do we not do phone support? Because there's nothing, if you call for support, folks, you get a yellow sticky, which good luck with that. When you email support@topgunoptions.com, it creates a ticket. You are in the system, and it has to get answered. I review them. I see how many outstanding tickets there are. Why is this one, 8 hours old? What's up with this guy? If you call, even though our support staff is very good, they are also overworked with people who call and don't listen to me. I've actually gotten to the point where I tell them not to do support for people who call because you're not following instructions. If you can't follow instructions, man, you can't be a disciplined options trader. Okay? So support@topgunoptions.com is how you get support. The reason we have a phone number, folks, is for people who, I guess, just found out about the internet and don't feel comfortable emailing their credit card information, which is fine. All of our web forms are secure, and you can enter your card there. But if you feel like calling and giving a credit card number to update, you should be good to go. Okay, one final reminder, folks. Here in the Ready Room, you have to know, folks, that I don't give investment advice. We have notional $100,000 model portfolios where I'm training you to fish on your own, folks, right? Give a man a fish, he'll eat for his lifetime. Or I'm sorry, exactly. Teach a man to fish, he'll eat for his lifetime. I don't give you fish, folks. I can't. Same thing in the Ready Room. You can't. I can't answer your individual trading questions. If you are trading with real capital, which I strongly recommend you do not do until you open a paper trading account. It's like the simulator building for me, folks. I didn't read a book on aerodynamics and run out to the F-18. I went over to the simulator building for a month, the engine fires, this, that. I really banged around the simulator until I was comfortable before I ever put my little pink body at risk. Same thing with you. You have got to talk to an RIA, a registered investment advisor or broker dealer before you put any real capital at risk. So any individual trading questions we cannot answer. You can't shoot me an email and say, hey, Wiz, I'm looking at this trade, I'm making money, I'm losing money. I'm not going to answer that, folks. I simply cannot do that. A couple more things. So that's the Ready Room rules of engagement. You can follow me. There's a good site here. It's called StockTwits. So WizCheck6 is my handle on StockTwits. Sometimes I post some ideas on here, some trade ideas or anything like that. It's the Twitter for stocks. So you can follow me at WizCheck6. And then if you want to, you can follow our Facebook page, right? Our Top Gun Options Facebook page, Facebook. It's facebook.com/TopGunOptions. I strongly recommend you get on there. I post financial intelligence throughout the day, and it's a good site. So yeah, facebook.com/TopGunOptions. And finally, on Instagram, if you want to follow my personal Instagram account, it's Matthew Buckley right there. So it's all one word. My name, Matthew Buckley. So I recommend you follow me on Instagram right now. And we should be good to go. I think I covered everything that we need. Like I said, the Ready Room is a great resource. I think somebody like, hey, I'm a new guy, new member, need some help. Before I even got in here to take a look at what was going on for the day, 4 or 5 other people jumped in and helped this person out. We're a really close, tight-knit squadron, and I strongly recommend you get in there because we really we act like family, okay? So that is our welcome aboard video. Welcome aboard. You're going to be here for a while. Like I've said to you many times, my biggest metric of success is getting an email from you in a year or 2 years and saying, hey, Wiz, I got it, man. I'm going back to the fleet. You didn't stay at Top Gun. I didn't stay at Top Gun forever. You went there 6 months. You put that patch on your shoulder. You went back to the fleet and taught other people how to be a steely-eyed killer. Top Gun Options, we've been in business 8 years. We have people here for 8 years. Not that they didn't learn how to trade options. It's they love the camaraderie, the trade ideas, and we have a good time. We do live events throughout the year, Chicago, Miami, Lake Tahoe, and hopefully I'll get a chance to meet you in person. And that's another reason I let you know when I'm speaking, across the country, around the world, because I like to meet my TGO members as I visit various cities. Okay, so have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge, and I'll see you in the live Trade Breeze.